That's the shit.
All right, this
I'm
shit.
on that.
Let's get it. What it do, what it do, what it do, good people. Coming to y'all live from TavTv410. Now, listen here, y'all. I'm not even going to do a bunch of talking tonight. Now, we got legendary. Now, I feel like a real kid in a candy store. I really feel like I feel like I'm ready to go play Pop Warner again. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kings, Dante, I'm gonna let you narrate this whole thing, man, because you done brought the Kings out. And go ahead, say your name, King.
Man, look, hey, everybody out there, look, this was something been in the making for a while, man. To get this much talent together just for a little bit to rap is like, people gotta understand, this is, we did something special, you know, did it for multiple schools at the same time, man. So, like I say, I'm Dante Jones, Dunbar High School, you know, went to Delaware State. But like I said, we will let everybody introduce themselves. We just get this thing popping. I'm gonna go right around. Wiggs, you up first.
Anthony Wiggins, Dunbar, the Dunbar Poet High School, Virginia State, 15 minutes.
And
that's it.
Tremaine, you up next, baby.
Hey, Tremaine Neal, East Baltimore representing, man. Went to Maryville High School. Developed over there in Collins Square. You know, with all my East Side dudes, her and Run protege. You know what I mean? Glad to be here to see you guys, man.
What college?
Valdosta State University.
Let's get it. Nice. All right, next, Marquise O'Neal. Let's go, baby.
Good evening, fellas. Marquise O'Neal, Baltimore Polytechnic Institute. After I left there, I went to West Virginia University, spent some time at Johns Hopkins University.
Let's get it. Dunk, you up?
Duncan Anderson, East Baltimore. Again, just like Tremaine, went to Hearn Run, then went to Maryville High School, went to Virginia Union University, and finished that with my master's at Maryland Bible College and Seminary.
Oh, I didn't know we was doing. All right. Well, then I'm from Northeast, you Hearn Run boys. I'm from Northeast.
Hey,
we go all the way back.
TP, you up? You on mute? You muted, TP?
Oh, I know I'm on mute. Hey, what's up, man? Tommy Pollard, you know, two-time player of the year in the state of Maryland. Two-time state champion. You already know. First in the state to ever do it 2 times in a row.
Hold up, before
Florida State national champion.
That's why I'm chilling tonight. That's why I'm chilling
State national champion.
That's exactly why I'm chilling tonight. Go ahead, talk your shit,
TP. I went too far.
No, Tony, keep talking that shit, man. That shit give me chill,
bro. Right? Hey,
y'all
see,
give me chills. Keep talking that shit, Tommy.
Go ahead,
what
man.
You said? Yeah, well, Florida State national champion.
Yeah.
You already know, went to the Super Bowl, you know, coach, give back, servant leader, you know, that's just a little bit of stuff.
Winner wins on every level, bro.
Let's go, baby. Hey, next up, we got my man, Willie. Let's go, Willie.
Hey, Hearn Run 2, Patterson High School, East Baltimore, Patterson High School, Virginia Tech, and Morgan State.
Let's go. Big
Kenny Williams, KW, East Baltimore, Lake Clifton, FAMU.
Damn.
Well, tell them the middle school though.
Oh, Hearn Run.
Yeah. Jackie, you up, baby?
All right, man. Jackie Wise representing Poly from the island, Cherry Hill, graduated from Albright College, and I got my master's from D. Lincoln University.
I know that's right, bro.
Yo, how you live in Cherry Hill when you went to Poly, yo?
How that happened? Boy, you were one of the few, boy.
Yo, you see, that's how they was cheating, yo. Y'all was cheating.
You talking about making it out? God damn.
Oh, yo.
Hey,
Yo,
I won the lottery.
I am, yo. That's why, yo, listen. That's why, yo, cause they be cheating, yo.
That boy crazy.
Best
Yo, your
man,
mother had a car
you know
in
what
high
it is.
school, yo. That ain't what I'm saying, yo. Your mother had a car, yo.
Nah, yo, that was the light rail, straight light rail.
Light rail wasn't out when we was in high school, nigga. You lying?
Hold up, fellas.
That sure what?
He got him. He got him.
There you go.
Hey,
Yeah,
it sounded
way to
good.
go.
Listen, I told you we'll get started.
Yeah, let's get straight to it.
Man, listen, I thought you were gonna relax, Wiz. I knew that was gonna happen.
Hey, with the quickness, he was on it with the quickness.
Let's start with you. What role do you feel your high school played in making football more respected in a town now known for basketball?
Hey, I think, like I say, coming from a school that was known for basketball, like, you know, it was crazy of how we assembled, you know. And Dunbar, it was coming up in 93. I mean, we was coming. We had a great team. But then, like, a lot of us who came from Northwood all came down to Dunbar at the same time. And then, like I say, it just exploded, you know. And we was competing within our own school to be like, all right, yo, we just not a basketball school. Even though we had basketball players on the football team, we just didn't want to be considered just a basketball school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that was kind of major in, you know what I mean? When we our level of play, I believe that we raised pass level of play, level of play. Everybody level of play had to step up because that's how it is now, town. It's a lot of competition, you know, power competition. So it's like, you know, folks are, Dunbar trying to do something. So everybody started turning it up. So I think that was kind of the catalyst for, you know what I mean, growing this thing.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, Tato, can we talk about rec ball and how it started at rec ball and y'all going from your rec program to your high school?
That was, like I say, that was major. That was major. I think one of the best parts, Baltimore back then, we didn't have as many recreational programs. You know what I mean? So you had it was smaller amount, so you had more talent in them. You know, like right now there's 5 million Pop Warners, so the just so spread so thin. But back then, like I say, up Northwood, we was loaded. Like I mean, flat out, we was loaded.
And then back then, that's all y'all had was Pop Warner, right? It wasn't all this other shit that is now.
7-on-7, no flag.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Because we came from the Old Town Football League. You know what I mean? Like we didn't have Pop Warner. I didn't have a chance to play Pop Warner. Played in the Old Town Football League.
Yeah,
that's why
too.
I said that was so important.
Yeah, I played Old Town like one day when I went down there and I seen the equipment on head. I went right back
Hey, Old Town made a man out.
Same field.
Yeah, you ain't lying. I ain't want to be a man that bad though. Not with that helmet. I'm up Northwood. I got the straight bikey joint. I got the slick bikey joint. They try to give me a duck. I said no.
Yeah, that's what you got, the duck.
No, I'm out of here.
Yo, hey, so who played back then? Who was in that league, that Pop Warner league with Northwood? Like what teams was in it?
Nobody, it was just us. It was just us.
I respect that. I respect that.
It was Hanlon Park.
No, the door wasn't nowhere near that.
Yeah, we had Hanlon Park. It was Hanlon Park, Rosedale, Overly,
Cockeysville,
Columbia,
Hollandtown.
Yep.
Yeah, Hollandtown.
It was some teams. It was definitely some teams, though. You know.
But y'all was smacking things. How many of y'all played with Herb?
I played with Herb.
I
played with Herb.
I was supposed to go to Dunbar.
Hold up, you gotta remember. So Herb came from down Oliver, though.
Yeah.
He said he wanted to work with a better product. That's why he came up. No, he wanted a better product. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yo,
and
like
my mom didn't have a car, so I ain't had no choice. I had to play. I was at Oliver.
All you had to do was walk up the hill. I'd have took it. Big Johnson got mouse to practice.
No, let's be real. Let's be real. When you from East Baltimore, your Montebello seemed like a field trip.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. No, be real.
Nigga, I want to Montebello every day.
Back then, people from East Baltimore thought that was a whole different part of town.
Yeah,
that was.
Hey, Wig, we couldn't
I thought they was rich up there.
Avenue. So Montebello seemed like, yo, like that was a
It was
field
the
trip. That was like
county.
going to the zoo, yo.
That was the county. That was up the hill.
You ain't lying though.
You said it was the county.
It was the
Thanks to
county,
Mr.
yo.
Jones. Mr. Jones saved me all the time, boy.
Listen, yo, that's why I told Dougie. I said, Dougie, Big John took everybody to practice.
Everybody, we getting in that vein.
Right.
We getting
Hey,
in
yo,
there.
They called me.
Yo, this is what I had to do. I said, yo, Tommy, yo, please be ready, yo, because I'm tired of getting fussed at because you ass late coming out that damn house.
Oh,
I tried
I used to
to
be late
lay
coming
up
out the
there
house.
with y'all. I was too heavy.
Right.
Damn.
So I played that. I played that Oliver my whole career. You know, I played for Herb, and then I played for Andre Barnhart.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So my whole career. So that was, you know what I mean? The important part about that, like, yo, we was taught football the wrong way, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
You can't just talk.
Why you say that?
Listen,
What make you say that though?
Yeah, I was about to say something, but I was like, oh, I ain't face for Oliver. So that's right.
Yo, I mean, I'm gonna just be honest. Like, so, like Tato said, when he went to practice the first day, with my father not being there growing up, my mother put me on the football field, and so they gave me that quack helmet and shit, right? So, I would come home with headaches every day. My mother, like, my birthday was in August. My mother, like, what you want for your birthday? I said, a helmet. Like, you know what I mean? I wanted that air helmet, like, cause they gave me the joint with the 2 bars. And back then it was
yo had a Chuck
up, like, so
That's y'all face masks. They had leather helmets.
we was taught to actually tackle with our heads, yo.
With the crown.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, honestly,
No. We was taught. And listen, I ain't that far behind y'all. We weren't taught to just go smack. It was just hit and slide.
Yo, he said he paid
Head
for
up.
Oliver.
That's the words it was called.
Head
up.
Oliver,
Yeah, me.
Let's
go head up.
It was head up. Like, yo,
That's true.
The more I dip my head, you know what I mean? The more I dip my head, the louder the crowd got.
It must have
been real.
That explains a lot.
That explains a lot. You like a pit bull in the pit now. You keep hearing them oohs, you just keep doing it more and more and more.
Yeah,
that explains a lot, Duncan. I remember I said that explained a lot. I'll get into that a little later in the conversation, but I remember we played Dunbar. Sure enough, hit me right in my face with the top of your head. I was like, man, that bastard knocked me out. Just kidding.
Yo, hold up, yo, who's saying that?
O'Neal. Oh yeah, Polly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yo, but I could tell you some Tommy stories too, though.
We know.
Before we get there,
we wasn't even gonna get to that, Duncan. We wasn't even gonna get to that.
Let's answer the question. Let's go with Willie. Answer. Do you remember the question I asked Dante?
No, I can't remember.
All right, it was. Let me read it.
We all got CTE, man.
What role?
Yes, sir.
It's real. That shit is real.
What
My
role
motherfucking shoulder hurt right now.
Played in making football more respected in a town known for basketball?
I mean, I think that transition, like Dante was saying, like going from we was in the MSA and going to the States. I can remember when we played my last high school, we played the state playoffs my last year. I remember PG team, we played High Point. They were saying they don't know how to play football down here, and I think for us, it was like something new because we beat up on each other.
I got that all the way to college.
Yeah, we beat up on each other. And we didn't even, the Baltimore County schools, we didn't even play against them.
Yeah.
See what I mean? We just beat up on each other in the city, just like it was in Pop Warner. So now we got an opportunity to go outside and play outside the city and play other teams. So it's kind of new to us. So we was that bridge to what it is now. So we was the first group to play for the states from the city.
Yeah.
So me and Tommy played against each other at Dante in the last MSA championship. We were in the B conference. And then the next year we went to play in the States. Only 4 teams from the city made it. It was Poly, City, Dunbar, and Patterson. And so we bridged that gap to where football is now. You know what I mean? It took it to the next level because a lot of us wasn't even going to college from Baltimore. It was a lot of athletes that came from here, but they weren't even getting opportunities to go to school. SAT prep and all those things like that. We didn't know what that was. Right. You know what I mean? So it was just like we just was playing ball, having fun, and it just, you know, it just went to where it is now, you know.
Go ahead, Wiggs. We coming to you, Wiggs.
Oh man,
we coming to you, Wiggs.
Don't put that come up again.
What, the same question?
Yeah, same question. I have two more questions.
All right, hold up. All right, hold up, for real. I'm gonna ask you a question, right? But if anybody know me, they know I'm a fan of the sport of football, and I give it up to who I feel as though, you know, who I see before me. Willie Young.
Yeah.
I watched you from Northwood. I seen you went down passing. I was mad you didn't go to Dunbar, but I knew that's where you know what I'm saying, that was where you went at, you know what I'm saying? But I watched you, and I followed you, and I always gave it up to you, so I want to big you up, yo.
No, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah.
But
respect.
What up?
I ain't look at it like we was putting Baltimore on the map. I just wanted to play football, y'all.
Oh wow.
That's all it was to me. I wasn't looking in the time about, oh, this is a basketball school. I already told you how I got down Dunbar, so I already knew with some people who I already knew from other leagues, Rosedale, Highlandtown. They went to Dunbar. So when I got to Dunbar, I'm seeing everybody who I played against down Dunbar. So I'm like, oh, okay, shit, this is what it is. My cousin go up late. You know what I mean? Everybody spread around. I just wanted to play football, yo. It really wasn't like, you know, I wasn't with all that other stuff for real. You know what I mean?
Bet, yeah.
Damn, bet. Now, before I get in, because you know I'm gonna come to y'all battling each other, this, that, the third. I gotta go there. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, let me. I got one more question, and Kenny, you answer this one for me, Kenny.
Right.
How do you feel your era of football has helped the success of your high school today? Let me say it one more time. How do you feel your era of football has helped the success of your high school today?
Well, like I said before, our high school had a little tradition before I got there. So you know what I mean? What I wasn't like our school, I ain't know nothing about that shit. I just went to my zone school.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? I tried to play up Northwood with them, but I was too heavy. So I like, fuck it, I'm gonna just play for whatever school I go to. So I just went to Lake. First day of school, I went out that bitch for practice. You feel me? I ain't even go to summer practice. So I just that shit
bigger
just
than everybody out there.
straight.
East
So you know what I
Baltimore.
mean? So like far as our school and you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was a little tradition already came through there. A couple people was going to school, like little small schools and shit like that. But you know, it wasn't.
What position you played?
Who, me?
Yeah.
All of them.
Everything.
And come on, man, running back, man.
Running back and linebacker.
Running back and linebacker. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I played.
Now, come on, O'Neal. Come on, let's talk. Talk to him.
What's up?
Now, I'm gonna ask you the same question. How far as like with your school, Polytech? Now, y'all at that time, what I've been reading, Poly was smacking shit. They was yeah, they was smacking shit, and it seemed like it was Poly City, and you had your Loyolas or your Cavaliers, and they had a couple, you know. But yeah,
Right.
too.
I mean, choosing Poly, you know, really for me, it was an easy choice. The tradition was there. You know, they started when we started playing ball back in like 1888, and you know, you had the big Poly City. That's all they been playing. The big Poly City game, and then you know, people forget we used to travel to Delaware every year to play the Salesianum Sallies, which is usually the #1 team in Delaware. So you know, we scrimmage the Mather every year for the last scrimmage. So the tradition for football has always been there at Poly. So it was just something that we was trying to carry on. And I know my Dunbar friends on here, you know, we always come up to this discussion about that passing of the torch, which I don't like talking about. But you know, that's what it is. But you know, so it was an easy choice for me.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all something. I'm gonna ask y'all about summer practice. Because all y'all had different coaches. How was that Poly summer practice?
I mean, I let Wise step in on that, but it was, we had an old school coach like Augie Wobble, really don't get much better. Old school coach who knew what he was doing, and we was doing 2-a-days pretty much the whole daggone summer. Physical, and that's what was demanded of us. Jack can step in on that. He was the quarterback. He the leader. He'll tell you about it.
No, so on some real talk, man, the summer practices, they was a beach, you know what I mean? And real talk, it didn't just start at the varsity level. Our JV program was real intense, you know what I mean? So I think by the time we got to varsity, we almost felt like, oh shit, like, yo, we get water breaks, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
we could talk about it now, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that you can't even imagine, it would be considered illegal now. We'll just leave it at that. But some real talk, when we got to summer practice, we already knew, like, yo, we out here competing for a championship. And that was the understanding from the moment that we hit the field, and all due respect to Dunbar, they definitely took the torch and ran with it. But we just felt like, we had that badge on our shoulders. No disrespect to City, but we were the team to beat in Baltimore, for real.
Already. Tremaine?
Facts.
What's up, sir?
Let's talk to the people. What you thinking? What you think?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Shoot, how Mervo played a part, man. I mean, for myself, it was more like, like my boy just went up the lake. It was more competition with my friends and my peers. You know what I'm saying? We all came from the same side of town. We just moving up through the school system. So really, it didn't matter what school I went to. I just wanted to play ball and play against my friends. You know what I'm saying? And so when Mervo accepted me, they had, the trade school thing going. I like, I can get two things for one, because my pops was a plumber.
Okay.
So when I went to Mervo, I just said, I'm gonna get this trade, and I still get to play. Like, Patterson was always on my radar, because I'm from Madison and Patterson Park. That's where I'm born down that way. So, that rival with Patterson, I mean, that and Lake and shoot, I mean, it just never stopped, you know what I'm saying? So it really ain't matter if I was playing basketball or football. It was just the same thing, competition between the dude that he grew up with.
Already. Talk to him, TP.
Oh, but shit. It all started for me.
Yo, you don't count. Yo, you a cheat code. You don't count.
That boy got a
cheat
resume.
code, yo.
That boy got a resume over there, boy.
Yeah, that nigga on video games.
Yeah.
When did you know in high school? When did you know you was special?
Nah, listen.
And no, not you, Kay.
No, let me give you 1 second. You said before you
y'all can really make some noise. Like, he knew he was gonna do what he do, but you like, hold up, we got a squad behind. Just like y'all said, it was passing of the torch. Pilot was smacking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had Willie over that thing. Y'all, and we gotta get to that game that y'all didn't play, the game that wasn't played. But
hey, before you get into Tommy, Tremaine, you remember playing throw-up tackle in Tish Chillman parking lot before school?
Always.
Yeah, that's where it started at for us. Y'all can go ahead.
On commercial break.
I lost a lot of eyeglasses. My mom used to get mad at me all the time. Come home filthy before class sweaty.
Y'all know one thing about your boy, Willie. I was bringing that wood, boy.
Hey, but you're right though, Willie. I mean, that's what started for me. Just my neighbor went to Patterson. He went to Patterson. A couple of my friends, they was older than me. They went to Patterson. But we used to go in Patterson Park and play bone ball. I mean, that was a big thing. I remember playing against, I think I was in the 7th, 8th grade, and I played against Big John Sauer. He was playing bone ball over in Patterson Park. And my mother, look, she told me, don't go. They too old for you. You're going to hurt yourself. What I do? I go fuck my shoulder up.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's where it started for me, playing in the park, playing outside, getting that toughness, and then we play season. So football season, basketball season. And hey, Dante, I ain't gonna tell him about the baseball season, but baseball as well.
well, see, go ahead, Tom.
And then just going to Norfolk, like first I started at Cotton Square playing with Tremaine. And Dennis sold me. He ain't sell me, but he like, yo, I can't. I see
My
too
boy
much. I'm
left
gonna
me.
send you to Oliver.
My boy left
and
me,
then
boy.
I went to Northwood, and I think Northwood. That's where. I mean, they had all the talent. You know, when I played out in the county before I moved to the city, Northwood beat it. So I mean, I was playing well, but they beat the mess out of it. So I knew like that thing that year we went to the national championship, or almost we won every game. Like 7th grade year with Coach Stan, and then the 8th grade year, we had went up to Herb, and we had won every game that year. Went down to North Carolina and won. And I knew we had great talent. But then I was looking at the 9th grade, the JV down at Dunbar, like, shit, they just went undefeated.
Yeah.
Now the varsity sucked at that time, but I was looking at the JV like, oh, yo, there's some players down here. Noodles down there, Bo, and you know, a couple more players. So I said, if all this come, that, you know, Norfolk was like a feeder system a little bit to Dunbar at that time. So I knew if all of us kind of matriculated down there. I know Dante went to Poly first. He don't want to.
For a second.
For
a second.
Tay called you.
You know, Tweet
St. Francis too, but I ain't gonna talk about that either.
Damn, boy.
For me, I was always going to Dunbar because at that time I was I was in my head I was a basketball player, but in my heart I was a football player. So I was going to Dunbar just to get my basketball Jones in. But you know, I'm gonna go down there and play 2 sport, be the first guy to set this thing on fire. And I you know, and that's, you know, for myself, I feel as though playing how I played, I could at least bring some wins down, bring some respectability. And then plus with the guys that we had coming from Northwood and some guys that was on the east side, like Melvin and all that went to Rosedale and things like that. I knew that some of them was coming. And I knew we was gonna have a good team. So for me, it was an easy decision. And I kind of knew the first year that we was gonna be all right. And I knew, you know, we was gonna do big things, and that's what we did. Playing under, you know, Coach Pompey.
Yeah, it is.
Now, go ahead, Duncan. You was about to say something.
So Taz, I gotta say this though, and respectfully, between me and Tremaine, we probably won the least on this goddamn call, right? No, then hear me out. Hear me out. We probably won the least on this call though, but when we went to Mervo, right? You know, coming from the Old Town Football League, we come up to Mervo. You know, we don't really know too much about coaching.
Okay.
Right? And this was a real pivotal point. And so people be trying to say, like, you be slamming Mr. Blake. I don't slam Mr. Blake. I think Mr. Blake was a great guy. He was a hell of a goddamn man. Good guy. But when it came to coaching, we had no idea that we wasn't coached well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Mervo, right, you see Mervo winning now, we always had the talent. We was 4A. We were 4A, but when coaching makes a difference and everything, you know what I mean? Coaching really makes a difference to us coming out of middle school, coming to, you know, and so I'm gonna tell you, even though me and Tremaine, like I said, we probably won the least on this call, I had it's 2 other guys on this call that I sat in the classroom with at her run. And so we wore our jerseys, our low league jerseys to school on Fridays. You remember that, Willie?
We did that too.
Yo, hold on, but look, check this out. So check this out. We all played in different leagues and we would talk trash about how good we were, right? But when we got to high school, we all had to play against each other like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kenny and Willie was winning. Kenny and Willie was sitting in my classroom in middle school. Kenny and Willie was...
How'd that feel? You see Willie all in the newspaper.
Right.
How'd that feel?
I'm hot. Now, yo, Willie was the shit, though. I ain't even gonna bullshit. But, you know, when you get in a conversation with Willie, Willie ain't got no high tone when he talk. Willie real calm. So you don't even really, you know, niggas that talk all that, yeah, they not, yo, Willie, and you go watch Willie play, you like, God, damn, this nigga is good. He ain't never played rec football. So when Kenny go to Lake Clifton and become the starting running back up there, I'm like, hold up, you know, we was taught that you gotta work hard and pay your dues and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so these guys get in high school and start winning. These guys get in high school and start winning.
Like Kenny just came off the step, like, yo, huh? Hold up.
Hold that.
Yeah, I just played in the park, yo, bone ball all day.
Yeah, bone ball, boy.
And I
That's
remember
Bone ball.
I ain't put equipment on until I got to Lake Clifton, yo.
Right. So
I
now,
ain't played with no equipment on until I got to Lake Clifton. I didn't even
right,
know what
and I know that. Remember,
them
Kenny,
niggas,
I used
I
to be
got
over
the
your house
helmet.
on half
I
the
got the
days.
helmet on JV. Them niggas was laughing at me, talking about I had a lineman helmet. I'm a cagey shit. I didn't even know what the fuck they was talking about, yo.
And I was
Them
over
niggas
Kenny house on half the
still
days.
crack on me to this day. Kenny, you had a such and such helmet, face mask and shit. I'm like, I don't fucking know. I just was trying to fuck some shit up.
So when I played, so we in high school now, Taz. I play against Kenny and Willie, and then I'll play against Tato, Tommy. I'm getting my head blown off, bro. I ain't got nobody to fight with me. I'm like, yo, this ain't fair. Like, Tato, like, yo, won't you transfer down Dunbar? Hell no, man. Hell no.
You know, I was up.
Everybody just can't out Dunbar. That's
I was up Merrill Dunking, right? And this one y'all that Merrill got the nice. I'm like, damn, they got the nice new uni. They had the shiny blues and shit like that. So they gotta play Lake Clifton. You gotta play Lake Clifton. So all week long, they in practice. I'm playing JV at the time. So you know we scrimmage, they punishing us and all that type of shit.
Kenny was the running back.
Man, they talk all this shit going over to Lake Clifton. The time we finished practicing, they come over. You got motherfuckers coming. Wallace dropped the ball. Yeah, I said your name, Wallace. I put it. They said y'all could have won. Wallace dropped that touchdown pass. Now talk to me, because y'all all week long y'all was excited. Then so talk to me. I'm talking to you, Duncan.
Oh, so you talking about when we played late that week?
Yeah.
It was ugly, right? Because the thing is, it's like, Kenny, I don't know if you remember that game. I had to play quarterback that game.
Where we was at, y'all field?
Yeah, we was at our field. And so what happened was, remember Antoine Johnson, rest in peace, Antoine and my guy.
Antoine.
Yeah.
Northwood.
So what Antoine got locked up or whatever, you know, Antoine got locked up our senior year in the springtime of our junior year going into the senior year. So the only reason I learned how to play quarterback, I went to some camps and I ran to Doug Williams. And Doug Williams taught me how to play the quarterback position, right? But I wasn't going to let my team fall because Antoine got arrested. That was my quarterback. I thought I was going to have a good year at running back. This, that, and that. We ran the hell out the option. And Antoine get locked up. So I'm playing quarterback with number 40. We got to play late. I ain't changed my number because they was looking for number 40 when they came to see Duncan Anderson. So, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't playing 40. I got 40 on playing, and I got cowboy collar on. Playing
quarterback. I hear you, shorty.
Yo, you already know the option ain't getting pitched, Wiggins.
Now,
Wiggins, you know the option ain't getting pitched. And we played against Lake, and it was actually, I think it was like 13-8, 13-6, something like that.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah, it was a good game, but I just didn't have enough experience at that position. And they,
I ain't trying to hear this shit. Come on, you talk about I ain't have enough experience at the position.
I didn't, yo.
Somebody dropped the pass, man.
Yeah. I threw the ball to Wallace in the end zone, yo.
Okay, now we get.
I threw the ball to Wallace in the end zone, yo. You know, I'm a point guard. I'm gonna blame it on myself.
You dirty, yo.
I should have hit him in his chest. I hit him in his hands. Well, I should have hit him in his chest. I hit him in his hands with the pass. That's my fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he dropped the pass in the end zone. They could have won us the game, though.
Now,
you know?
I'll tell you. Now let's go to this. Let's go out to Randallstown. I'm gonna go to this Randallstown game.
First, so you talking about junior year, my junior year, or the senior year? Which one?
I ain't gonna lie. Let's start with your junior year. I love when you tell stories, dude. I can keep it all the time.
So we go out of Randallstown. That's what we really trying to set the tone. I think Randallstown, we played
D'Angelo. What was that running
back?
Yeah.
They was ranked that year. They was ranked that year, you know.
About Angelo.
People weren't giving us a chance. Y'all, the mindset, y'all a basketball school. But see, what people don't realize is, like, summer practice, nah. Coach Stan summer practice is a whole different fucking animal.
You running for 2 hours.
And we've been doing that since 7th
2
grade.
hours
That's what I'm
straight.
trying to tell you.
That's the whole
We
point.
have been doing that since Pop Warner. That type of stuff.
He thought we was
practice harder than Morgan.
Yeah, we thought we was going to like Saudi Arabia, like we was going to war for real.
That's real.
No, you talk about water breaks. Yo, we would go through whole practices with no water break. Like, and it'd be 155 degrees out there.
Looking at that hose over there. Looking at that hose on the ground.
Like you need a bad blunt.
Yo, but see, that's why people don't realize one thing about the signs of a great coach. Great coaches are two things. Either they are great teachers or they are great motivators.
Right.
Stan used to make us, Coach Stan used to make us hate him so much that we wanted to go out there and just kill people because we were so mad at him. And that was his philosophy, you know what I mean? And that was a great, because we was and people don't realize, on our defense, like, Wiz, you would know about this. On our defense, in that huddle, we fussed you so much that it just turned like, I mean, literally, you miss a tackle, you getting cussed the fuck out.
You better not.
I mean, we call each other. I mean, you name it. Like I remember, I'm gonna come back to Ramstown, but I remember I think that goddamn punt in that goddamn Cambridge game. I didn't go to the huddle on defense. yo, I had Tommy cussing me over. I said, yo, we good. Let's just stop him.
Hey, Tay, but you know what though? That was holding everybody accountable, yo.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's all that was.
No doubt.
But that's what that was. That's all what that
exactly
was. We respected everybody, and the next man next to us that much.
What's the
person?
Because you knew better. You knew better.
It was love. It was love. But like I say, you went so hard because you didn't want to let your brothers down. You know what I mean?
Like, tell the people how many people y'all had on the team.
Oh, we had 24. It was 24 soldiers.
Oh, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't disrespect. Don't do that, y'all. We had 18. And 7 of them came up from JV for the championship.
Yeah, we played with 24.
That's
we
crazy.
Play off with 24. We played with
crazy, dog.
Hold on. We went the regular season with 18. And then when we
never
got to
left
the
the
playoffs,
field.
we took.
No.
Yeah. Wasn't no leaving the field.
I'm gonna shut up though. Go ahead.
You know, on top of the number of players, in practice, we couldn't even go like scrimmage. So we would offense was going, we would line up half line. So we would run all the plays if everybody defense on the right side, we run all the plays that way. Then we would switch the defense, run the plays that way. And on top, I don't know how it was at Patterson with you, Willie, or at Murray with you, Duncan, but that nigga Wiggins was all the way live in practice, baby. There was no
the quarterback was live the whole time in practice.
Live, nigga.
Live.
I'm running the fit and all that.
Live. It was no cut cards. He was everything.
Live.
Oh, that's dirt.
Live. Hey, Jackie. Live.
That ain't dirty.
And he made it through the season. That's why you was so fast.
Because he wouldn't let me play defense. We ain't have enough people, so he said, no, you can't play defense because if you get hurt, then who gonna play quarterback?
Yeah.
Let me play defense.
Not
He wouldn't let me play, yo.
He wasn't had none of that.
Not 88.
But
live in practice, he worried about you getting hurt and playing defense.
I'm a
soldier, yo. I ain't
gonna front. I had Tom Brady treatment. Put the penny on.
We weren't going to kill him. We were just going nutty, nudge him up a little bit.
Yeah, Tommy don't know what half speed is, neither, nigga.
I already know.
Listen, all the way live, yo. But no.
Wow.
So
that's real.
So back to Ramstown, Joe. So we going out there, our first, our county trip. We got to Ramstown, you know what I mean? And we had a good summer camp. So we get out there, you know what I mean? Ramstown, right? We did what we do. You know what I mean? One thing about us, we was used to winning. And that's kind of what made us great. Yeah, we was used to winning. So it's like losing, like I gotta say, Tommy first year, when we was on JV, Tommy was on varsity. We combined in that program, we lost 2 games in the program, maybe. You know what I mean? So it was that's all we knew how to do is win. So when we out there, we get out, and this is crazy part about Randallstown, they had a dude at our practice, scouting our practice the whole week. Remember that? Because
we seen him. Look, we seen him. He must don't know. He must think wasn't from the city. Anybody that's out of the ordinary, we can tell that you ain't from down there.
Yo, he set up bleachers every day, and then we came out to the game. He went over there. He was the assistant coach.
Let me ask you something. Do y'all remember y'all jamboree, y'all senior year? It was y'all last jamboree. Do y'all remember that?
No, you talking jamboree.
Reason why
I ain't playing.
No, I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm gonna tell you what game. No, not that. Tommy, you remember you played Southern? You remember we scrimmaged Southern?
I didn't play.
Oh, you didn't
I wasn't there.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with all y'all. Southern beat the shit out of us.
Yeah, I
you talking about the scrimmage game? You talking about the scrimmage game down Swamp Park?
The scrimmage game.
Yeah, Tommy wasn't there.
I was on vacation. You know, my mom wouldn't let me. You know, she
they humbled me.
Got to take a week off.
We was all on
vacation. Contract wasn't signed.
Nah, yeah, we got to hold out. Coach Stan, baby. Exactly. For what, a week? I always take a week break.
Stall him out.
Baltimore Southern.
Baltimore Southern. Southern. Down the hall.
Yeah, they had a dude named Sean Johnson or something.
Nah, they had that retarded.
His name was Sean. His name was Sean.
Something, yo.
His name was Sean. Yeah, it was.
Was it y'all senior year?
My senior year.
Andre Scott.
Andre
Scott.
Andre, yeah.
Andre Scott was a beast, man.
Andre
Scott. He ran a kickoff back in a city championship, the first play. I mean, All-Star game we was in, Kenny.
Tommy,
he ran a kickoff back.
Remember I told you
number
that?
23 or something?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, Andre was he was a problem.
Yeah, Andre.
Yeah, he was a problem. He was a problem that day. He was a real problem. But see, the best part about it is we needed because we went through the scrimmage. We scrimmaged Calvin Hall and City, and we beat the shit out of them. So
did he ever go anywhere?
Yo,
he was down Rockdale. I don't think he went nowhere after that.
As a matter of fact, in them scrimmages, we ain't had Tommy, Reggie ain't played, somebody else ain't played. So we was short-handed and we punished Calvin Hall and City. So out here we this big. So when we got to Southern and they beat the shit out of us, that got us grinding again. And that put us.
We had to go back to the drawing board.
That's when we really punished Randallstown that year.
It was like y'all needed that. I can't think of Randallstown running back, but he almost went for 2,000 yards.
Angelo. That was Angelo. I forgot his last name.
Little Angelo.
He went to black college. He went to some black college.
Went to Norfolk.
He went to
Norfolk State.
Yeah, with Norfolk. Yeah, he did. He did well, but they ain't win.
He's tough.
He did good against us. He did good against us.
He ain't do good.
You weren't
Did he have
even
100 yards?
I know.
You were still holding out.
Well, what are you talking about? They scored how many points?
I'm talking about in college. I said he did good in college. We talking about college.
Boy,
hold up.
He did his thing in college. He didn't do shit against us.
No,
got you.
Jay. Week leading up to y'all gonna play City. What you think? What coach is saying to y'all? What y'all saying to each other? What type feel and practice that week?
Hey, so real talk, man. We knew we needed to win that game. Thanks to Dunbar, So whatever Southern did to y'all, that's what y'all did to us, And I see my man Kenny. What's up, Kenny? We knew after we lost to Dunbar, like, yo, we lose one more time. You know what I mean? That possibility of going back to the States was a wrap. So going into the city week, it was just a matter of like, yo, we just gotta have that next man up mentality. You know what I mean? And we grinded it out. We did what we need to do. You know what I mean? It wasn't a pretty game, but we knew going into the game, like, yo, we gotta win this joint. You feel me?
Now I'm gonna ask you another question, Jackie. Since you speak up that Dunbar game, speak on. Let's talk about it.
Hold on. Who was that nigga that hit me?
Which one?
No, I didn't know which one. It was only one nigga. I still don't.
I think it was your outside linebacker. I think it was a white kid.
I think it was Nate. I think it was Nate Thompson.
Who, Nate? Yeah,
I
either
think
Nate or Mike.
Yeah.
White skin or dark skin?
What number he had?
56.
That might have been him.
It was either Nate or Mike.
Yeah, it was him.
It was him.
Make my man Wiggins go night.
Nah, he ain't made me go night. I just wanted all the fries you can give me in a bucket of sunflower. He ain't made me go night though.
Hey Dante, I thought they beat us your senior year.
No, we know. They beat us a junior year with Greg.
Nah, yeah.
With Kyler,
Yeah,
right?
that was my junior year. Our senior
Oh,
year, we
okay.
beat
Number
them.
26,
Okay.
right?
That nigga
Greg
was
Kyler
fast
went
as
to
shit.
Tennessee.
Yeah,
Joe was
Greg
fast
Collins
as
was
a
tough.
Running back. He was a running
Yeah.
back first, then he went to wide
Yo.
receiver.
Yeah.
Greg Collins was
Played running
fast.
back with
I'm
Bill.
sorry. Hey,
Oh,
Jay,
he's
get back
fast.
to the question, Jackie. Yo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Hey, trust me, I didn't have a
didn't mean to
couple of them, right?
Go
Hey,
ahead,
what
go
that
ahead, yo. I
nigga
didn't
number
mean to get off
was?
it, yo. I just want to see
Nah,
who he
so,
was. I'm still out to get him, yo.
Yo, like on some real talk. I remember our junior year going down Dunbar. You know what I mean? I think it was 12-8 or something like that. Like it was a
12-8,
battle.
That was a close one too, yo.
It was a battle. Like make no mistake about it. Senior year, that's why we here. But junior year, I think kind of set the tone for the way the senior year was going to play out. We just didn't know that. And so, you know, going into the Dunbar game, we knew it was going to be a dogfight. And on some real talk, it was just a game of big plays. And, you know, with all due respect, y'all made the plays and we didn't. You know what I mean? Like we had opportunities and we just ain't make good on them. But, you know, I remember Ali had, you know, a long run. I don't know if it was a kickoff or whatever. You know what I mean? And that just kind of set the tone. Like, I'm going to be real. Like, we was on the sideline like, hey, there it is. You know what I mean? It's going to be a shootout. But be it as it may, y'all did what y'all needed to do. And
no shootout.
you know, that was
shootout.
Listen, hey.
No shootout.
No, it was a shot. They just had
It just ain't showing the scoreboard. You feel me?
Oh, no, that's what I mean.
Shootout
30-31. You know what I mean?
Nah. I think it was like 20-something to 6.
6-6. It was 20.
Yeah, that ain't no
And-
shootout
so,
right
yo,
there.
Like what's interesting is this, right?
Hey,
If
you
you
want
go
to try
back-
to let you get over one touchdown, it'd have been a
Yo,
problem. You
hey,
understand?
Y'all wasn't supposed to
Yo.
score that one either. That one y'all scored, that was Bruce. Bruce
Look,
Pitt. Make a
we
take.
was about to break the state record. I'm about to throw you under the bus, Wig. We about to break the state
It
record.
wasn't me, yo. Don't do
for
it, yo. It
shutouts.
wasn't me, yo.
For shutouts in the whole state, 8 straight games with shutouts. And they fumbled against Lake. They fumbled. We was playing Lake. Fumbled the ball. They picked it up to score.
Right it back.
Oh.
Anthony,
We
I
didn't
thought y'all
the
broke
state
that.
record. No, we tied it. We tied it.
What y'all had? It was 8.
Yeah, but nobody remembers number
It
2,
was
though,
7.
yo.
It was 7, but the
Don't
state
nobody
record was
remember
8.
number 2, yo.
So we tied y'all too.
Damn.
We tied y'all with that too.
both of you, y'all Patterson as well.
Yeah, we tied y'all. I thought
Oh,
y'all
you
broke
had
it.
7 too? No, we had no.
Yeah. James Root scored on us.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all remember. He played for the Cardinal. I mean, he played for Carver, running back, and Ren shut everybody down. He put everybody on the bench because we were blowing them out. And then James Root took a sweep around the outside, and they scored. And then we was like mad because we thought y'all was gonna break the record, but I never paid attention to it after that. But we ended up it was 7 consecutive shutouts.
Gotcha. Yeah, it was tied.
And that's the year that y'all supposed to play. But hold up, we're gonna get there.
I don't know though. They tell me it was a poly team in the 80s that ain't get scored upon.
That's
The state.
I'm just saying.
It's state though. It's state joint. The MSA.
Yeah, MSA record. We had a team in '84. It was either '84 or '86. They was undefeated and scored upon.
Yo, we don't even remember back that far. That's crazy.
Hold on. Let me get this out now. Let me get this out since TP put up Lake Clifton, right? And like I said, I'm right behind y'all, right? However, the story about when Dunbar played Lake Clifton, you know what I'm saying? And Tommy hit a motherfucker, and they spit up blood. Now this ain't. I got the story. The first 3 times I got the story, it was from Lake Clifton. My guys from Lake Clifton. So is it true? Is it true?
Oh yeah, it was up late. The thing was on the goal line. They might have been going for 2 or something.
That was our senior year. That was our senior year, Tom.
Was that our senior year?
No. I was there.
I wasn't in that motherfucker.
No, we paid them. If we paid them up late. If we paid them up late,
It was
It was our sophomore. It was sophomore year then.
It was what was your our junior year? What was your running back, Kenny? That played running back. It was him when you knocked his helmet off. It was
wasn't Person. Was it start with a P?
Huh?
Person.
He was.
Well, I hope you ain't watching, whoever you is.
Yeah. Well, that's what they had to.
I think it was something like that. It start with a P.
Well, I don't know. We was playing East Baltimore, and then that East Baltimore, that Lake Clifton Dunbar rivalry.
That joint crazy.
I hit him. I just picked his helmet up and threw it on their sideline over there. Like, y'all take that shit back where it's at.
Taz, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna set that
Oh,
up.
man, he wasn't spitting up no
Yo,
blood.
Tommy got
I
us in
don't
a
know if
lot
he
of
was
shit,
spitting up
yo.
blood. I
He
didn't say
wasn't
that.
spitting up
Tommy
no
got us in a lot of
motherfucking
shit.
blood.
I
Yo,
didn't
what
say
was it?
that. I knocked his helmet off
Oh, he died.
and
I
picked his
remember
helmet
when he
up
talked
and
about
didn't
now
do
when he
that,
picked the
motherfucker.
helmet
This
up.
what he
I
did.
did that,
No, this what he did. He hit him on the goal line because they was about to score.
right?
He hit him on the goal line. He
That's
stopped him.
what.
And he knocked his helmet off, and he held his helmet up, walked to that sideline, and threw
Yeah,
it
I
at him.
remember
Yeah,
that.
that's what I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember
And threw
nobody
it at him.
throwing up blood.
That's
No,
some
they said
that's some
no,
PhD
no.
shit, yo.
I heard I fucked his lung up though. I heard he was on
No,
the sideline
Tommy hit him.
spitting up
I
blood.
Tommy
ain't
hit
never
him,
heard.
Man,
knocked
I
his
got
ain't
helmet
never
off,
heard
but
that
he
one.
took his
That's some
helmet.
300
He
shit.
holding it up like
What?
it was
I don't think the
toothpick.
dude you would play
I
a
remember
ball
him
with
holding the
though.
helmet up.
Hey, you
and
gotta
shit like
ad
that.
lib, man. You gotta ad lib. Come on, man.
That's the story, though. That
Come
is the
on.
story. Now, Tay, let's get to you. Let's go back to you, right? Now, y'all play. Not only did y'all play football, y'all play baseball. Also play baseball and basketball, right? Now the things, because it seemed like y'all was connected, y'all so entwined. But this is Baltimore City, right? And come junior, senior year, you may have been friends 9th and 10th grade year, maybe friends in the 8th, 7th, 8th grade year. But then people start getting Dunbar on TV, Patterson on TV, Mervo not, Lake Clifton sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Did that far as it been like that? Did that do anything with y'all relationships? Did y'all see how y'all keeping it real? Y'all talking? Is all love right now?
I'm gonna tell you this. We
Wasn't always like that.
always been family. Like I say, even though with this group, only time we enemies is for 4 quarters.
Right.
When we on that football field.
So it's the 4 quarters. Once the 4 quarters over,
Damn
like,
lie, Tato.
It's love.
I ain't never walked on the field being mad at nobody because we
Nah.
this family. You know what I mean? Going into the
Yeah.
game.
Hey, that's because you was winning.
I mean, I
I
had
gotta be
everybody.
real with you, Tato. That shit y'all be saying from me on Facebook, how I be talking that shit.
I'll be
That came
saying
from you motherfuckers, bro. Beat my ass when we was
nigga
in
want to talk
high
about some
school. Like,
linebacker, some nigga went to Mervo better than me. Boy, pull them accolades out, boy.
right.
I don't even know his name, but I don't even know his name, but some guy. It wasn't Neil. It wasn't Neil. It was somebody else.
Who said that?
Where yeah?
Hey,
Where yeah?
let's talk
Who
about
it is?
this,
It
man.
wasn't Neil.
Come on.
It wasn't Neil.
Let's talk about.
I'm about
Let's
to
talk
finish
about
this
this,
myself.
Taz.
Y'all got it. I'm saying, listen, man.
Taz, you talking about, you got 2 of the hardest hitting motherfuckers. I ain't gotta say it like this. 2 of the hardest hitting motherfuckers that ever grazed a goddamn field in Baltimore City on this shit. Let the motherfuckers talk.
And see,
Neil
the
and
thing
Tommy,
is,
some 2 of the hardest hitting niggas. I don't even know how they used to get the leverage on niggas like they did.
it was we played them down in Dunbar, bro. I mean, Tommy, you got a good ass hit that game, and it was a running back, yo. On my man, DA. Yeah, man.
That was their homecoming.
Yo, I ain't sure, but I think I seen that clip like over and over and over again.
You damn sure did. This shit was
Over
on
and over
ESPN,
and over and over
This shit was on.
over and
Oh,
over.
when Tommy declared for Florida State, the shit was on ESPN. I said, of all clips they gotta use,
Hey,
they
that
gotta
shit that
use
made
this
me.
shit, man. I told my mama, I told y'all gonna be famous, ma. That's
Hey,
me.
y'all
Yeah,
had
the
a
nigga that
running
hit the
back,
ground. That's me, ma.
Hey, then they had Johnny. Then y'all had Johnny at running back
Yeah,
that
Johnny
year.
Sawyer. Neil hit Johnny one time. Right there, I was going into the end
Yeah.
zone and shit. Neil hit Johnny one time. Somebody had Johnny feet and he bent his ass back. And Johnny had moved for a minute, bro. I remember that. I was standing over top of Johnny, my man. Sawyer didn't move for a minute, bro. He was just on his back. His feet was still in the ground, though. But his knees was straight up like this. I swear to God.
And look,
knees was straight up. Feet was in the ground. He was on his back, yo. His leg never went down. I thought he was dead, yo. For a minute.
Yo, he had a hangover. He had to get himself together.
Oh, yeah, I know. Dumal used to get it in. I don't know.
Hey, we just, playing at Mervo, man, like DA said, like, man, we used to just come in the game. We come into the game, we already know we might not be coached up the best, but we just gonna play hard and we gonna play to the bone because shit, one way or another, you got to make your name. You know what I'm saying? So you know, playing against your homeboy, like D said, is like, you know, after we got off the field, it was no love lost because we gonna see each other in
Shit, nigga.
basketball season.
Our
Right.
high school ran the same place for 25 years. What you talking about?
Sound like
Coach
August
Stan?
Robert to me.
Sound
If
like
Coach
murder
Stan would have
on
coached
me.
at Dunbar, he done ran the same plays too.
24, 24 dial pads jet.
Only people had all them fucking
Down in
plays
the
was
out,
Patterson.
down in, down and
Patterson
out,
had
the gun
100
on the
plays.
outside.
Hey, Ren was,
150.
hey, Ren was on some whole other shit, wasn't he?
Like that Air Force,
Hey.
that wing T offense.
Look.
Right?
Well, my senior year, I ran 3 offenses. I mean, 3 variations, like 3 offenses. So we had the I formation with the run and shoot, and then my that was in my sophomore and junior year. And then my senior year, Ren gave me a tape. It was a Marvin Graves, and he said, "Go home and learn this." And it was a Marvin Graves running the option in Syracuse. So my senior year, he implemented the freeze option series.
That's who you was
So
running that
I
bitch
ran
like
like 3
too.
offenses.
Now, keep telling people your stats. Keep telling people your stats. Because y'all talk about Lamar Jackson, but he could throw. Willie could throw for real. So
I hated this nigga.
Damn,
Yo.
you shoot.
I hated this
So
nigga. On Friday night, so watching the highlights, I hated him.
Tell these people about your work, man.
well, in high school, I didn't throw the ball that much. We ran the ball more. And so they said I was the first person to run and throw for over 1,000 yards in high school in the state of Maryland. That's what that stats was. I was the first to do it. But we didn't throw a lot at Patterson, and then we didn't have receivers my senior year that we had the years before. So, but yeah, I put up some good numbers, but a lot of times I would have put up bigger numbers, but Ren would sit me down because what happened in my sophomore year, when I first got to play, my first 2 games we won. My second game, we broke the state record, a national record actually. It's still a state record in the state of Maryland. We scored 13 touchdowns on Mills Mill. Yeah, 13 touchdowns, and 4 of them was called back. And I threw 7 passes.
Yo, they used to put up points.
7 passes for 4 touchdowns.
Patterson,
I had 7 passes, 4 completions, all 4 was touchdowns. And after that game, Bren, he wouldn't allow us to run up the score nobody. So like at halftime, most games he would sit me and Ryan down. And so our numbers would have been bigger than what they were if we would have been allowed to play the whole game.
Wow.
So it's still a state record though. You can look it up. 79-13.
So Willie, back in them eras, so we was used to the option quarterback back then.
Yeah.
And when we watched you play, you was tossing that joint around, like we seeing how we see Steph Curry shoot now. You know what I mean? Like the game, remember back then the game was going to the hole, going to the basket. So when we watched you play, it was like a unicorn, man. We never really seen nobody throw the ball in our town like you did. You know what I mean? To be honest, I mean, not in my era.
Yeah, like I said, I never really threw the ball. Like this is one thing I will say. I was all state in baseball too. People don't even know that I was a baseball player more than anything.
Yeah,
I played baseball more than football. That was the first sport I played. So
I used to talk shit that we was losing.
In high school, in the All-Star game, I threw the ball hit off the wall and Camden Yards off the scoreboard wall. I threw it from third base. I threw it from the outfield from the Warner track to third base, no bounce. It was unbelievable for me. I didn't think my arm was that strong. So that was like amazing to me. So, but
I didn't realize that many of us played no damn baseball though. That's crazy.
Yeah, I played baseball.
Yo, you know what we was raised? We was raised to play all whatever season it was.
Yeah, that's true. That was season. Yeah, I agree.
That's what
agree.
the season and that's when it started changing. Like somewhere,
I agree.
What, the early 2000s or ended in
everybody
started specializing.
Yeah, taking people money.
Yeah. A whole lot of that going on. Whole lot.
Taking people money.
You couldn't tell me I wasn't baseball first. I thought that was my ticket.
Yeah, we played everything, man. And I got a lot of respect for all of y'all too, man. Like
baseball before football.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. I think I got a lot of respect for all of y'all. You know what I mean? And nobody wanted to lose to each other. You know what I
Nah.
mean? Because like right now, like we older now, and that's all we got is those memories. And so you wanted to be the one to be on top in a conversation, just in general. You know what I mean? So I just got a lot of respect for you, and we all had pride in our school. Every school has somebody on their team that can play and that could have played D1 ball. You know what I mean?
Straight like that.
And I agree with that. You know.
You're right. That's right.
But they wasn't. But you know, they wasn't coming in town like that. They wasn't coming in
Yeah,
Baltimore
hey.
City like that.
No,
at
it
that
wasn't.
True.
particular
Yeah,
time.
that's true.
Hey, let me
That's true.
let me
I think
just
we
say
opened
this,
that up
right?
though.
Let me say this, right? I came here in PA, 95, right out of high school. And you know what I mean? Poly was the shit, right? But what I realized when I got here is like, yo, that Friday Night Lights shit, like, yo, that was going on way back then. You know what I mean? Like, we were so
Where you
behind
at
the
in
time
PA?
because you said what?
Where you at in PA?
I'm like right outside of Reading, between Reading and Philly.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
And
long and
football is
short,
big in Pennsylvania, though.
yeah.
Hell
So
yeah.
listen, man.
Right, it's big.
Listen, man, I get here, 95, and I see a high school that Lenny Moore's from. You know what I'm saying? We all know who Lenny Moore is. I see his high school, they got like 2,500 people on the stands on a Friday night. Lights, bands, all that. And I'm like, we could never. In the 90s, I'm like, we could never have a Friday night game. One, because of the violence. Two, it's just too much going on in Baltimore. You can't get enough people to come see. Like, you can do it now, but like on some real talk, when I got here, I realized like, all the talent we had, we got overlooked because we didn't have them Friday night lights. We either played Friday at the school or Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So by default, like,
everybody
if you a
gone
college
at
coach,
by halftime, everybody gone.
yeah,
Because the
exactly.
bus coming.
See, when
I will say Coach Stan will make. That's why he would take us outside the city and play them county teams at least once or twice to get some of that under
to
the
be able
lights
to
stuff.
see that.
Yeah,
Be able to see that. That's huge, man, in development, bro.
When we went down to play with Comico, that was an experience that we ain't never had. We went down to play with Comico County. Man, that pretty field.
That field and that track was awesome. You hear me?
We landed on the grass.
Hey.
You know we inner city Negro. We landed on the grass like doing like
like
it's snow angels.
Why y'all had to do that?
That joint felt good. You know what I mean? And the crazy part is we beat them so bad that they didn't even want. We had a 2-year contract. They wouldn't play us. We only had 9 games our senior year because they wouldn't play us no more.
Yeah.
But
I'll
I
be
will
honest
say,
with y'all. I'll be honest with y'all. When I got down to Georgia, and I was around the school, I went to Valdosta State, but Valdosta High School, same city.
Yeah,
and when I seen how they would develop as 9th grader, 10th grader, these boys in the weight room, these boys is squatting 550, 600 pounds.
Ain't they new?
I'm like, boy, these boys real out here in the South. It's like 100 of them on the team. It's 100 of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, damn. I said, man, what could we have done if we was developed like these kids?
Right.
We had a vision.
That's the key word,
Develop.
We had I mean, like you said, like we all can agree on. We went to battle and we wasn't in no weight room. We wasn't working out on no bands. We wasn't on no speed ladders. It was straight bone ball, throw up tackle to 50 out. Yeah, we gonna play 50 out till the sun go down. And then shit, we playing baseball, running track, and we waiting on anything else that's gonna come about.
Hey, Duncan, ho, Duncan. So you saying you ain't like your coach? So how you felt about Coach Stan? Do you feel like Coach Stan was a good coach, or he just managed, or he just had time?
Yeah, Duncan, you asked that question too. You asked that question.
I did. You know why, Wiggins? I'm gonna tell you why, yo. In life, when you grow up, you try to be what you didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so passionate about coaching now because my thing was when I got to Virginia Union, I had the talent. Like the head coach now, his name is Alvin Parker at Virginia Union, right? AP. It's my guy. We came in together as freshmen, right? He come from DC. We both was running backs. I didn't know the game though. I had the talent. I was way better than AP, but I didn't know the game. So when I got to college and I realized I was really reading on a 3rd grade level when it came to football.
That's real.
I said that, when I started Team Holy Dirt, or when I started coaching was no kid gonna come past me and not have the tools that they needed to go to the next level. We didn't know nothing about weight rooms. Like, yo, the first time they gave me the test when we got to college, nigga, they put 135 on the bar, 45 on each end, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, how many times you can rep them because they doing the chart, right? Nigga, that
Yeah.
shit came down my chest one time, I couldn't get the bitch up, bro. I had to learn that it's a repeated movement. Like, you gotta practice this movement. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, get that shit off me. I'm just screaming, yo, like, so.
Yo, I don't feel so bad no more.
My thing was this, though.
I was a linebacker, so they had 225 of that ball. You know I ain't dealt with that.
Yeah, so my thing was this, though. So Mr. Blake was a good guy. Great man. Probably a fucking hell of a fucking grandfather, right? But, yo, he was a terrible coach, yo. And I mean, everybody got their opinion. I only talking about because when I went to college, I was so far back.
Yeah.
What I should known as a football player. And so the passion that I coach with now and the way I learn and run myself, like, yo, when I was at Dundalk, I led the state in scoring and total offense for 2 years in a row because I'm just so passionate about teaching football to a whole different level because I didn't have that shit. And then the way I'm a father is because I didn't have that shit growing up. So we try to be what we wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
So let me say this to you, Duncan. So let me answer that question. So now that I think about it, right? Coach Stan, he was probably a better life coach than he was a football coach.
There you go.
We didn't have none of that shit.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
See,
he was probably a better.
That's
He
what
got-
in
he
Baltimore
got in
City
here
back
with-
then, yo. That's what it was. That's what all them niggas was. You know what I mean? Them niggas
We
get
had
drunk
none
and
of that.
shit. Our coach get drunk in the office and then come out that bitch to practice. Old man, that nigga ain't telling us shit.
Hey,
We had none of that
ask you
shit,
the
yo.
game.
Boxes and shit in there. He come in that bitch, throw the chicken box in the locker room. Niggas in that bitch like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that shit, ain't a lot of us ain't had that shit. You know what I mean?
Yo, but did he motivate y'all though?
Yeah, but hey, Kenny, the funny thing
I
is,
mean, you know, we had other coaches that's gonna motivate us. We
had
gonna
none of that
laugh
shit,
at this
Kenny.
motherfucker.
Kenny, we had none of that shit. We had
Yeah,
not one motivating coach on that bitch.
hey, Kenny, the funny
Neil
thing
called the
is,
defense.
hey, Kenny, we playing y'all,
I
right?
called the defense too.
That's true. Hey, Kenny, we playing late, right? We was playing late, and
Oh, you said, Tommy, you called the defense?
Yeah, I called the defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you called the defense learning from coaches that knew football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I watch.
Tommy was calling his own shit. Don't give him all
Yeah,
that
he
credit.
calling his shit
He
from
was calling his
experience.
own shit.
He out there.
Nigga, yo, I was you gotta understand in that era, the middle linebacker was the shit. Mike Singletary, like those was the leaders of the defense. So me, I was a connoisseur of sport. I used to watch and I want to be like that. And I'm gonna do everything he do. So I was always in that.
And that same thing you saying, Tommy, that's why what he was saying about the helmet, niggas using the head, that's another reason why niggas used to do that from shit we see. Back then, football was on some other shit. You see what I'm saying?
You level your head and whatever happened.
Yeah.
Nigga, head up, nigga.
Yeah.
That mean you better not put your head in there. Yeah, boy, put that head to the side. Boy, wrap him up. I used to count the motherfucking colors on my helmet.
Right. Right. So Neil do the punt, right? I'm the guy that called, you know what I mean? I call the cadence for the punt, right? And so Neil usually tell me if he gonna do a fake punt. This is man last game of the season, bro. This motherfucker, it was like 4th and like 3. Mr. Blake like punt it. Yo, Neil don't say nothing, right? This nigga takes off around the right sideline, right?
That's like Dante Jones.
Back come up. Yo, nigga jaw. Yo, Kenny, he breaks the nigga jaw, bro. Because he dipped his head like we was taught. Yeah. The dude caught him with the side of his damn face, right? It was a pile of mud on the sideline. You know how Mervo Field used to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
He almost drowned, He couldn't pick his face up. And they had to sit his ass up. He was knocked out cold and bubbles was coming up. I swear to God. They set him up, he fell to the other side on his face.
Oh, he was done.
You know what I mean? Well, he almost drowned because that's just the way we played the game.
Yeah.
At first, he went straight into his jaw, like, and you heard it crack. I thought it was his helmet. That nigga jaw was broke.
Yeah.
But see, one thing you said about when you talk about coaching, Coach Stan was out the motivator. You know what I mean? In life.
Right.
But then you had Coach Eaton. Coach Eaton gave us that knowledge. You had Coach Clark. We had other coaches.
Yeah, none of that.
Something Tommy said too.
We had a math teacher.
Tommy, you ain't started calling defense. You started calling defense once Stan called something you ain't like. You be like, yo, what's Stan called? I say, yo, he said 2 inside, 1 outside. No, fuck that.
Well, fuck that.
And we had a math teacher, yo.
Nah, coaching definitely is real, man. And O'Neal, you can speak to this, man. I think not that we ever took it for granted, but you know what I mean, at Poly, yeah, we had talent, we had athletes, but you know, on game day, we were so prepared for what that opponent was going to do. You know what I mean? On both sides of the ball. You know what I mean? We saw film, we ran through it at practice, and by the time we got the game, you said what?
How y'all get film?
We had Coach Phony. You had Coach Phony go get the film.
I'm just saying, listen.
Yeah, what's his name was?
Look, I can only
know.
speak for what we had. You feel me?
TP. TP. Who is TP?
How do something like we don't even know what film looked like?
So again, like
we had a designated dude. He went everywhere.
Y'all remember, right? Like real talk. I remember even at Poly, like yo, we had the headsets. Most other places ain't had headsets.
Like all these headsets right
again,
now,
right?
Fucking headsets.
Yo, listen, much love, much respect, but these are things that we took for granted. The one thing I say is this: yo, I ended up at a D3 school. No disrespect to my college, but I was ahead of the curve at the school I went to because of the way I was prepared. You know what I mean? Where, you know what I mean? Like Duncan, you talk about you was down VU. I don't know if you remember the boy Kevin Graham. He played at Southwestern. I think he ended up transferring down there. He's my man. But like,
he was right over top of my head.
Yeah. So, you know, long and short, I remember getting up all bright, talking with him. We had a dude from Emerson, and that was the difference. You know what I mean? Like, the coaching definitely made the difference. We all had talent, right? And we all on here, we all know we brought to the table. The one thing I'll say is this, to Stan's credit, I think Stan was ahead of the time because he knew that if he got a group of kids together from the city and brought them up through the same high school, by default, you was gonna have success. You know what I mean? And ain't no knock to none of y'all on here, right? But I watched it without knowing that's what made Dunbar Dunbar. Stan saw, yo, I'm gonna take this group, I'm gonna groom them from 6th, 7th, 8th grade.
That was Coach Pete, though. That was Coach
Pete. Like, I don't know what I don't know, right? All I'm saying is this.
Had a great coach.
What he did in the 90s was the prototype of where you have success. You get a group of kids, you groom them, you grow them together, and when they get to high school,
little feeder system, that's all.
Yeah,
a lot of high schools be trying to have a little feeder system with these little programs.
It's big.
Yo, they was ahead of the curve in the 90s with that, yo.
In the South, they definitely got that shit.
Yeah.
They got that plan. That's the blueprint.
I feel like on the real, like, even in the county, right? Let's be real, we from Baltimore City, but look, I played out East Glen Burnie, you know what I mean? So I know what it was like out there. The only difference was the linemen all ended up at North County or, you know, whatever. But in Baltimore City, like, yo, by the time you got to high school, most cats ain't had but like 1 or 2 years of chemistry with their teammates, you know what I mean? Right. And when you got outside the city, them dudes was coming up 6, 7 years old, all the way through high school. I already know what this dude's going to do.
It make a difference, bro.
Oh my God, man. Yo, that chemistry is crazy, you know what I'm saying? So we was behind the 8 ball from the jump. And, you know, to Stan's credit, to Dunbar's credit, the coaches, the players, like, yo, y'all bought into that. You know what I mean? And he got y'all 6th, 7th grade.
Man, I think so.
Y'all was really blessed, Wig. I'm telling you. Y'all was blessed, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. When
I don't think
when I sit back, Tommy, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Trust me.
Tommy. One thing that I can say, bro.
Yeah,
Tommy, I can say like this, bro. I can say it like this, bro, because I followed your career, bro, and you know what I'm saying? I salute you, dog, give your flowers while you here, bro, because, you did your thing, man, and salute to you and your mom, because I remember you picked up and left Collins Square. I was like, damn, Tommy left? You know what I'm saying? Because you came in your first year, you did your thing, you know what I'm saying, making noise. I'm like, damn, where you went to? He went up to Norwood. Bro, that was the best move because it exposed you to a different type of a challenge, more organized, you know what I'm saying? We were doing our thing down at Collins Square, but Dennis was trying to save us, you know what I'm saying? But we wasn't the most organized.
I'm telling you, Dennis sent me out of there, dog. He seen something else. He sent me to Oliver. He went and got Oliver, like Bucky Lee, and like, yo, take him. And then when I went to Oliver, Mr. Ben came over to Oliver and seen me over at Oliver hooping, and was like, man, and then Bucky, like, he played football too. And that's how I went to Northwood. But Dennis sent me to Oliver. Long story short.
That's how that
happened.
Wow, that's a good move, boy.
Whoever sent you up there, we thank them.
Yeah.
A coach who can will send you in the right direction when you ain't got no guidance, yo. That's all I'm saying, yo.
And that's what he's saying. That Cotton Square nigga had books for thigh pads. I had Pop. Y'all know Pop, right? Y'all know Pop who coach, right?
Yeah.
Brian. He gave me his helmet. Now y'all know how big a Pop head is, right? Y'all know how big. I had his helmet. You know, Pop was the shit's running back. I wore his helmet. I had a hoodie. I used to wear the hoodie.
I remember that shit.
With Pop helmet with a red hoodie with the
white
helmet.
I remember that shit. Hey, look, that's how you know. Hey, look, that was one of the ways you knew if you was a good player, because a nigga gonna give you that helmet. That nigga Cecil gave me his helmet. Rest in peace, Cecil. But yeah, he gave me his helmet.
Cecil, yeah.
Right.
No,
get you out of that duck.
You knew you was a good player if you took it and you ain't care how I look. You just wanted to play.
Right, man. It don't gotta
so the nigga giving you his helmet, he ain't want to play.
No, Pop was old then. Pop was old.
They was older, yo. They played that though.
You be like, yo, can I get a helmet? He be like, here, yo. Like, that nigga don't want to play.
Yo, that would not pass Corona protocols right now. That would not pass Corona protocols right now, bro.
At all.
You know, like, yo, I all the coaches, yo, I commend y'all, yo, because just growing up through growing up through the system in the city, yo, and everybody can, even if you didn't go through it, you've seen it with somebody on your team. You know what I'm saying? Like, coaches are so important, yo. That's why I can't really. I want to bad, but I can't because I know how much time it needs to dedicate, and I ain't a half-ass type of do that, and I understand it by me coming through it. So I respect it that much. I just won't even touch it, yo. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna lose yourself. You'll lose yourself.
Because it ain't about you no more. You know what I'm saying? You got kids to think about. You got the kids' parents. Like, it's everything that come with the kids who you coaching, man. It's like, for me, yo, like I said, I can't speak for everybody, but for me, yo, football was all I had. It took me out of the environment I was in, and I felt a happy place in this. That's all I did, yo. So my whole world was just football. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know how important. Like I said, I give a lot of credit to Coach Stan, but it wasn't just Coach Stan. Coach Stan just was he was kind of the end result that kind of molded the shape of. But it was all my coaches before then, yo.
All of them.
I don't know if I was a good player or not, but they gave a fuck about me. They made sure I was. Forget football. They made sure I ate, yo. I had a meal. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's very real.
Yeah,
so the fact that I, like, coaches did me like that, I can't half-ass a kid on that, yo. I can't do it.
Right.
And shit, like you said, that's why I coach. I coach because all the coaches that gave back to me, I feel like it's my duty to give back.
Yo, you said it perfectly, bro. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, one of the reasons I left Baltimore, you know what I mean? One of the reasons I left to come coach, you know, my coaching became my life. And so when you're a child, you decide at a young age what you want to do the rest of your life. I decided sports was going to be my life. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was going to find a way to make money through sports because that's all I knew growing up. That's what kept me out of trouble. I never smoked or drank a day in my life, never sold drugs. That kept me out of trouble. And so one of the reasons I left Baltimore is because I seen sports taking a decline because of the administration.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I told everybody. I don't know if y'all ever wrote me.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
I told everybody
preaching the gospel.
I read that. I read a big about I'm gonna bow out of here because when you understand you're fighting a fight that you will never win.
Never win. Oh, that hurts the most.
The thing is, they set this thing up in Baltimore City to make sure that they don't have the best interests of these kids so they can make money off of them when they gotta lock them up or
when
arrest
they lock them up.
Yeah. Do y'all realize that?
What
y'all
I did
realize that
was,
all of
I did research, Wig. This was real important. Yo, the average person makes off of each inmate that goes into the jail system from 56,000 to 72,000 off of each inmate, right? So they make more money
annually
locking our kids up. It depends on what level of the system you go to if it get higher and higher, right? They make more money locking our kids up than educating them. So they never gonna change the entire, and I dealt with Jack, I dealt with everybody, and I said, yo, y'all doing this shit on purpose.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. And I wanted to be the one that was gonna lead the way to tell you, if you want your kids to be successful, get them out of Baltimore because they're doing this on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey.
Academically,
So
they
you
never
think-
gonna make it because of the school system. Yo, we the only school system that doesn't, the mayor or the mayor system is not over top of the educational system. So
Yeah, that's
when
incredible.
the educational system do anything, that's why we got CEOs for the education down on North
I
Bank.
know. Yeah, that's
When
crazy.
they do anything, it's
yeah,
nobody over
crazy.
top of them to come down on them.
Right.
Business.
That accountability.
business
Not there.
But y'all,
Yeah, the
do y'all
business
know
run the
when we was
city.
in school, right? We going back to the 90s. When we were in school, it was like 10 or 15 4A schools in Baltimore.
Right.
Now it's like every school is in one conference in a 1A pretty much. And they got
Right.
all
You
these
got
new
the charter
names.
schools.
Like
they
Patterson
broke
get
them
ready to change his name. They built a new Patterson. You see what I mean?
Right.
So it's
Really?
Patterson at Claremont or something like that.
Right.
Wow.
Because
It's
the
like,
charter schools, the
yeah,
Nigga, Lake
financial backing
offense,
come
dude.
from these CEOs from
Yeah,
these
Lake.
charter schools.
It was a guy came in.
Lake ain't even
Yo,
Lake no
came
more. I
in.
don't even know what
Nope.
that shit
Right.
is.
I don't know what Lake is.
No.
What is it?
But he decided that he didn't want the big schools no more. You think about it like this. Even back then, no matter what school you played, even we beat Northern 30-0, but you knew in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
But now you
Mhm.
break all these schools down. It's like everything in Baltimore is so broken down that it's watered down.
It's watered down.
Like that.
Yeah.
Same with Pop Warner. It's too many Pop Warners.
Right.
Yeah.
High schools. Now you talk about Georgia and their feeder system from the Pop Warner up to the high school, but
Right.
in the area it's probably one or two schools. Baltimore got it got 50,000 schools, and half of them got like 110 kids.
And then look, in Baltimore, a nigga might be living in East Baltimore this week. Next month, he might be in West Baltimore. So
That nigga
this
Jay,
shit is
that nigga
different,
Jay
dog.
living out Cherry Hill, going to Poly and shit.
Yeah, you got two schools. You got two schools in one school. You got kids in the same classroom but playing on different basketball teams in the same school.
Yo,
That's crazy.
Great.
But
Now, that's amazing. That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
One thing, Duncan, you hit on about why you left. The problem is things may get better, but at the point why I left Baltimore, I got tired of fighting for everything. You know what I mean? I'm over at Emerson with nothing. They don't give us we ain't had no resources, we ain't had no field, we ain't had nothing, and we the only
people that shit, Tato.
winning. We win it year in and year out. And the crazy part is we fight against them. We fight against the head of administration.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo, it was crying. I got tired of it.
And it seemed like the brothers that's doing it right or trying to do it right, trying to help the kids, they look like the outcast. They look like
we get the most
doing something wrong. They still in there.
You know what? I told you because they want to try to hang us. They want to hang us because they don't want us to get these kids right.
I always say it's some old buddy system shit going on or something with that kind of shit.
Some people
It got to be. It got to be.
If you're not a snake, if you're not a snake, then people don't want to be around you. Like one of my big people had a problem with me, and they had no dirt on me. You know what I mean?
That's the same thing dude told me when I was going to be a head coach.
You know,
I ain't got no dirt on you, dog.
It ain't no kids around that can say, "Oh, coach, he did me wrong. He ain't helped me get to school."
Right.
I had no dirt on me. You know what I mean?
Right.
The powers that be had a problem with that because you can't control me because you can't tell me to do no nut stuff because you ain't got to do. I'm not your puppet.
You can't hang nothing over my head.
I'm not doing that. Y'all gonna tell you, promise.
Duncan, I thought you was the coach. I thought you was the head coach out Dundalk and shit.
No,
That's crazy.
I couldn't.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
I
thought he was too.
Yo, well, I mean, you already know how it is. Like, yo, you don't need no title.
When you left, that's when I found out you wasn't. But that whole time, I thought you was the head coach, bro.
yo, you don't need a title to be who you are. Like, so the thing is like, I brought all them kids from Holy Dirt out there, right?
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah.
so my thing was, my only reason for doing that is because I promised them I'd keep them together and I was gonna put them in college. I put 112 of them in college.
That's good
right?
shit, bro.
So the thing was this, and even when Willie came in, remember Willie, you came in right before the championship game, right?
What's that?
When you came up to Dundalk, right before the championship game,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Willie come to the office.
Yeah.
I come down to meet Willie at the office. Willie thought I was the head coach. You know what I mean? When I come in the room, everybody get quiet.
Yeah.
When the rest of the coaches in there, they acting a fool. You know what
It's
I
a
mean?
respect. You got that respect.
Right. So the thing was, Willie didn't know who to let talk. You know what I mean? The head coach of me. I got it. I'll explain everything and everything else. But the problem is this, man. The problem is this. And y'all got to look at how the system is. So in the year 2000, I don't know if y'all paid attention to it. Once we figure out the rules, they changed the rules.
All the time. SAT,
right?
all the time.
So what happened was in the 80s, in the 90s, when these rich, like I said, these rich white folks or poor white folks was going to these big colleges like Syracuse, University of Maryland, you know, the Alabamas, they was able to write them school loans off on bankruptcy. When we figure out the game, they changed the rules in the year 2000.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So what they did was they created a forgiveness